Welcome all of our listeners to Wrestling Goons Radio. This is the Raw reaction for July 27th, 2015. And guess what? SUPERCENA does it again. Before we get into all of that, I want to thank the listeners on Max Sports Channel. Also, the listeners over at WrestlingGoonsRadio.blogspot. You can also download us on iTunes and Stitcher as well. Just type Wrestling Goons Radio and hit subscribe. We're going to give you a little highlight for tonight's show. We're going to talk about Cena face the WWE Champion Seth Rollins for the U.S. title. The Divas are front and center once again, and more tag team confusion. And guess what, fans? There won't be any Roman Reigns tonight. But before we get into the opening segment, I want to introduce you to Dave and Anthony. What's up, guys?
What up, Dave? Dave,
Great.
I bet you're happy about no Roman Reigns, Dave.
Anytime you don't see Roman Reigns is a good show.
I'm pretty sure it kind of sucks for those who usually sit in the area where he does come out, though.
Yeah, I wonder how many people bought a ticket specifically for that.
I would say just about every person in that section.
I'd probably be talking to the Ticketmaster people like, hey, am I going to sit in the section where Roman Reigns is going to come out? I need to know this.
Is it bad that I'm that dedicated of a fan and I still don't know that information? I know it's from the aisle, but I haven't memorized where it's at. I don't know.
Yeah.
It kind of varies by arena, with whatever way they're setting up for the recording. Some days it's on that side, some stadiums it's that side. It all kind of just varies, but
for all you
gotta be across from the camera.
For all you Roman Reigns fans, we just got him in the show just for you.
Right. All right, let's start off with the opening segment, which Monday Night Raw was in Oklahoma City. The Authority comes out. Triple H announces that SummerSlam is 4 hours long. 4 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours. Not 3, but 4.
Wow.
Yeah. They run down the entire card for the night, which was a nice change. Seth Rollins speaks, saying he is a great champion after leaving Battleground with the belt. And then he also talks about, he doesn't talk about, but John Cena comes out and wants a match with Seth Rollins. Said he has to earn it. That's what Seth Rollins says. Stephanie asks the fans, and of course, they all want it. Stephanie says, tough crap. There's no title match tonight for the WWE title. Triple H then makes a match between Seth Rollins and John Cena, but this time it is for the United States title in the main event. Anthony, did you feel like you got kind of cheated out because it wasn't for the WWE title?
No, I knew it wasn't going to be for the WWE title. I didn't even expect it to be for the U.S. title. I don't know why I didn't. But it wound up being, which is fine. Nice little change up, like you said, for giving us the entire match card right away, which, wow, they kind of actually knew exactly what they were going to do tonight, which was a shock. Not saying it was a great card, but at least they had it put together anyway. Stephanie, as far as asking the crowd what they want, that was a good heel moment. But, Dan, are you confused right now about what Stephanie and Triple H are? It seemed like, once again, half the promo they were heel and half the promo they were face.
Yeah, I think one of them going to probably lean towards the face role and heel role, even though it still might be confusing. But overall, they're trying to do what's best for business, one way or another.
Yeah.
Dave, do you feel that way too?
Yeah, there may be eventually something down the road where there is an authoritative split where Triple H will be wanting something and Stephanie wants something different. It could lead back to splitting the shows somehow. But it was a good opening segment. I love that they laid everything out. I hate that Cena has to throw him, U.S. title's not enough for him. He has to get up there on that super main event match and throw himself into that. Granted, as much as I hate to say it, yeah, he's been one of the best of the year so far, probably lead candidate for Superstar of the Year. But come on, John, let someone else get the title.
Yeah.
You don't need it every other month.
I feel like
What?
they're in transitional phase though, where they're at a point where they can't just put somebody in that spot to take the loss, and they can't. I don't think Seth's losing, so if anybody can take that loss and it not hurt them, it would be John Cena.
Yeah, but is Cena willingly going to take that loss?
I don't think Seth's losing. I really don't.
I don't see Seth losing, but if he does lose, it's going to probably hurt him more to
Yes.
lose to Cena than anyone else.
Well, because he's already lost one. Well, we'll get to that later. You know what I mean? Later on in the show, but he's got a lot of work to do as far as making up the image already. So
Yeah. So, is everybody okay with the SummerSlam show or pay-per-view being 4 hours long?
And you know what? I like the fact that it is 4 hours for the simple fact that it makes it stand out a little more than a Raw or a normal pay-per-view. SummerSlam needs to feel as important as WrestleMania, and I would make the Rumble 4 hours too. Now that's only because Raw is 3 hours. If it were up to me, I'd cut Raw down to 2 hours, and I think you'd have a better show, as we've already said a million times. But we know that's not going to happen. So yeah, I'm okay with 4 hours.
Dave, you're okay with 4 hours?
I'm actually really excited for 4 hours. I've been saying it for a while that we've been getting WrestleMania for about 4 hours the last couple years now. I've always kind of gone along with where I believe the big four should all be 4 hours.
And
SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble, and Mania, they all got to be 4 hours. They're the reason we watch these pay-per-views, those big four. You got to differentiate them from the every other month pay-per-view.
Speaking of that, I've heard just a rumor to throw out there that the WWE is considering making the big four subscribable on the WWE network without a payment plan, and they're also going to do that for other pay-per-views possibly. So you'll be able for $4.99 to get the pay-per-views only on the WWE network. Do y'all think that's a good business move?
For the fans, yes. Probably for the business itself, probably not.
Well,
no, they're gonna kill it if they're charging $4.99 for just the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
the big four pay-per-view, like if they're getting $4.99 for SummerSlam, $4.99 for Survivor Series, $4.99 for the Rumble, and $4.99 for Mania. You know how many people are going to sign up just for those pay-per-views? They're going to make a killing off that alone.
Yeah,
I mean, $9.99 is still a great investment.
It is.
Oh, I'm not changing mine. I'm keeping my $99.
And I am too, but I know a lot of people who don't have it, who for some reason think they're not going to give their $10 to WWE, but when I ask them why, they say, well, all I do is watch the pay-per-view. So this is a way to reach that audience, that demographic, that only care about the pay-per-view. And you're really kind of getting them, because they're only getting one part of your entire network for half the price. So if they just pay and double the price, they get all that other content. So WWE is technically winning there, I think. If they do it. Now, this is not... Yeah.
Yeah, so here's my thing. SummerSlam being 4 hours is a great thing. I probably wouldn't notice if someone didn't tell me this. I would probably automatically assume it was 4 hours. However, of course, being 4 hours, you're going to have to, I guess, add more matches to it, because typically WWE adds maybe like 7 matches per pay-per-view outside of WrestleMania. So either we're going to get probably 10 matches, or some of these matches are going to extend longer. Possibly we could see Brock Lesnar and Undertaker face each other for about, 30 minutes at least or so?
I'm counting 9 so far that I've got on the card, and that's before everything's confirmed.
Yeah. As far as the Big Four, that's a great idea. I definitely think they should do it for Royal Rumble. Survivor Series, I don't know. Survivor Series isn't like how it's supposed to be or how it used to be.
Like, can't they make it that way? Like,
if they move it to 4 hours, there you go. That's how you could add in having the traditional Survivor Series matches, at least 2 of them.
Yeah, because they did straight away from the whole tradition. I mean, we might get 1 or 2 every other year, though, but I wouldn't mind getting like at least 4 of them.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but ever since the last time that Cena buried Team Nexus, I've been kind of nervous every time I hear the word Survivor Series.
I wouldn't mind if they even had like Money in the Bank. I feel like Money in the Bank is like should be like a Big Four and just take out Survivor Series, your big four. That's
Yeah,
just my opinion.
I would rather them have a big three, honestly. I agree with that, too. I don't think they need quarterly big shows. I think 3 big shows would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, spring, summer, fall, winter.
Yeah, let winter be the down months. We don't need that.
Exactly. Pretty much, we just need something to build us up for Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
All right. After the opening segment, we see a commercial of Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast to follow Raw next week, and the special guest will be Paige. Is anyone okay with this, or am I the only one that's probably not okay with this?
No,
I love it.
Yeah, I'm with Dave. I love it. I'm fine with it. It's a little weird. Like, I don't know why it's on the network. Like, I can see it on podcast one, obviously, but I'm gonna watch because I like Paige. So
Yeah, I guess she's on there just because I guess you could say she's the quote unquote face of the Divas division now, since we don't have AJ Lee, but it's whatever.
she's got a story though. You know what I mean? Like her story of her mom and her family, me and the wrestling family over in England. She's been wrestling professionally since she was 7 years old. Yeah, she's got a heck of a story.
Yeah, that's what really is attracting me to want to really watch it a lot, because the stuff, her first title match, she beat her mother for the women's title over in England. That was her first ever title run. And to hear some of them backstories and the travel in the roads, learning her craft over in England and going up against people like Becky Lynch and some of the divas and women we're starting to see now. I think it has the potential to be a really, really interesting podcast.
Yeah, I used to when Paige first came to the main roster, I wasn't really sold on her. Then after a while, I was sold, but after watching Total Divas and Tough Enough, it's like now she became sort of unlikable to me in a way. I don't know why. That's just me.
Well, you gotta elaborate on that. You can't just leave a blanket statement like that on the
I
air.
mean, all right. So I'm just gonna assume. Let's just assume that Total Diva isn't quote unquote scripted and it's real.
Oh my.
I don't like her character on there, and I don't like her character or attitude on Tough Enough. Really, I mean, if she's going for the sort of Simon, what is it, Comwell or something?
That's like she's never been the nice girl. That's not what she's trying to portray herself as.
She's the anti-diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually her.
She pulls it off really. Yeah, she is the anti-diva. I mean, she pulls it off very well. To where she's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, let me ask you
but
this.
She's not a Bella person that's going to go out and go and get stuff just off her looks.
Well, let me ask you this. Seeing how we all agree that she's not the anti-diva, do you feel like it's okay for her to represent the Divas division?
She's the most popular, maybe, or the most marketable, I guess you could say.
So, see, I think Charlotte's going to be. I think in a year, Charlotte's going to be the most marketable.
That's because
that'll be Sasha.
That's because of her relation to Ric Flair.
Exactly.
That's a good question. I was saving it for later, but since we're on this, who do you think could probably be the new face of the Divas division in the next 5 years?
In the next 5? Like I said, I think it's going to be Charlotte. I just think that has the last name alone is why, but she has the athletic ability on top of it. I think she's going to get more comfortable around live crowds. She's never wrestled in this big environment before, so it's going to take a little while to get her feet wet. But obviously, the answer is Paige. I mean, as long as she doesn't go anywhere, she's head and shoulders better than everybody else. But I definitely think Flair's name is going to get her where it needs to be. But she needs to call herself Charlotte Flair. Like, don't just be Charlotte. Let the world know.
Come on, WWE doesn't like 2 names.
Well, it's a little different when you have a Flair.
If it was up to Vince McMahon, right? Well, it could still be up to Vince McMahon. We'll be calling John Cena Cena, just Cena. Forget that his name is John.
No, we don't call him. We call him Big Mac John. That's his new name.
But I see Sasha probably I think she's probably on her way of being a new face in a way.
Oh yeah.
Just because of her ring ability, her promos, her character herself.
Well, in her 2 matches on TV, they're giving her tap outs in both of them. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking with the whole Divas division, and we'll touch on this a little bit more in their segment. But I think the Diva moniker is going to be disappearing soon, and it's going to be going back to the women's title.
Yeah, I don't.
Because we are actually going to be picking up a lot more. Yeah, there's still going to be beautiful, divas. But I mean, I'm excited for what's getting ready to happen with the divas here, especially watching NXT. What we have coming up with that in the next few years alone with the talent they have down there.
I'm excited for it, but I would still keep the name Divas for the simple fact that you can use the anti-diva gimmick like Paige has, where they're constantly trying to throw over the pretty girls, and the fact that the word diva is trademarked by WWE, no other company uses that. So,
Oh wow,
true.
I think that's why it needs to stay that way.
It probably will end up staying, unless we see, which I'm praying every night for, a show split, and then we have women and divas.
Well, never know.
yeah. All right, getting on to our first match of the night, we have Dean Ambrose versus The Big Show with The Miz on commentary. This match here was very slow because of Big Show is the big slow, and everything he's a part of is slow. I don't know why anybody agree with me, but still, I still can't decide what role Big Show is lately. I don't know if he's heel. I don't know if he's a face. Maybe he's a in betweener. I don't know. But Miz commentary makes him seem like a good guy, but he played the bad guy role during the match. Dean got the offense in early, solid for the rest of the match. He was able to get back in the ring twice after being speared off the apron, and he also ate a KO punch to the outside and couldn't answer the 10 count. After the match, Ambrose leans up against the barrier, dazed, and Big Show decides, hey, I want to try a spear again. And he misses, of course, go through the barrier. Ambrose leaves wobbly and so on, and everyone's cheering. Guys, did you think this was a slow match or what?
Well, I think the Big Show needs to learn how to tie his boot before he gets into a match.
Well, what happened, that's actually funny you mentioned that. Dean actually was in a leg lock that he had him in, and Dean untied his boot in order to get out of the move. So that was actually Dean that did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one there.
Yeah. Dean actually was playing smart. Dean is actually, that was something I like about Dean. Like, they played the role of Dean having his legs worked on. And Dean is at the point where he would actually cut his leg off to get out of a move. And that's pretty cool that Dean Ambrose is that crazy.
Yeah. They don't have a Moxley crazy yet, but they got him going. Well,
they're getting there, and that's my problem. Is all these interviews they're doing with him after the match are on WWE.com, and those are the ones where he's like Moxley. Like after the match, he called himself a Terminator cockroach, a T-3000. Like that's crazy. Dean Ambrose is a lunatic, but they don't let him use that charisma on the air, and I don't know why.
I hate that because I thought they were going to go with Moxley sort of way a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And then when it was like, it's Dean Ambrose, but they should use his Moxley sort of craziness.
They might be getting there. They might be getting to it.
Maybe when he turns heel.
They should. That's when we're going to see it. When they take him away from being, Stone Cold 2.0, that's when we're going to get a lot more of the crazy Moxley, I'm going to hold a fork to your throat while you're interviewing me type of thing.
Question for you guys. Now, I know we're crapping on the Big Show a lot, and we have for a while. Does any part of y'all feel bad for him, though, knowing that he's out there and knowing that the crowd doesn't want him there and he's having to go through the segment anyway and do it his best?
I do. I remember the very first day that the Big Show showed up in WCW and threw the shirt at Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach.
Andre's son. Wow.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
I remember that, and seeing him at that time, it was like, nobody's ever going to be able to beat this man. And then wins the title in his first ever match.
Until the man that we're not going to name pushed him off of the Empire State Building, and he survived somehow.
In a monster truck.
Yeah. And he lived to tell about it and won the match the same night. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but
I
I
gotta
mean,
go back to that.
considering the potential he had, yeah, he's getting older, so he's a little stiffer moving now. But he was so great for so long, and it's sad to say that he's probably coming towards the end of his days. I greatly appreciate all the work he's done in the past
When you have
15,
somebody
20 years.
when you have somebody that's 500 pounds like they did at Andre, it was cool to see Andre because you didn't see Andre every week. We see Big Show twice a week, and there's only so much you can do in a match with a 450-pound man. Like, I mean, I think he does great for what he does, but like y'all said, like we've seen it 1,000 times, so it's kind of hard to get invested in it. I got a question about the KO punch, is what they called this move. Is it not the WMD anymore? Like, does he not even have the finisher anymore? Or
I think they changed. If I recall, they changed it to the knockout a while back
oh,
because the whole PC world of or weapon of mass destruction thing.
oh God,
They're just being more PC about everything.
right.
So it's just the knockout punch.
That's just going too far. That's a little ridiculous.
So going back to the Big Show and his whole career, I hated that WCW sold us on, even though I believed it growing up that he was Andre the Giant's kid. But yeah, I crap on him a lot, and yeah, sometimes I do feel sorry for him because he's only like what 43 now, and he probably has like a few more years left in him. But his whole sole purpose, for the most part, is to put guys over, to make guys look good.
43 is like 91 in Giant years.
Well, he's younger than Triple H.
That's true.
Yeah, but he's a giant. Like, his body continues to grow. Big Show's probably, like, not gonna have. Like, Andre died at how old? 55? Like, Andre died pretty young.
Andre Giant
Yeah,
probably
he
like
was
in his 40s, I think,
Yeah, and,
like
I
late
mean,
40s.
just big people don't have long lifespans because their bodies are abnormal. You know what I mean? So, I think it's amazing that he's been able to stay in as good a shape as he's stayed in for this long. Um,
yeah.
But I'm at a point now to where I don't want to see the big guy in a wheelchair when he's 55. Like, maybe it's just time to do something else.
Well,
Well, he has 12 years because yes, I did a little quick check here. He was born February 8 of 72. He is 43 years old as of right now.
Yeah, it's time. It might be time.
maybe we see him a lot more now because Kane is out the picture as of now,
Yep.
and we've
Yeah,
used
for
to
the
get
time being.
what was that?
For the time being, yeah.
Yeah, we used to get Kane like every week, and now we're getting Big Show every week, and these guys are over their prime, and along with Mark Henry.
Well, maybe they'll be using Kane to retire the big show. That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe we should use Kane to retire the Undertaker, but
Well,
that's a
that
different.
too. Well, I'm going there for 32. I have a plan. So I got a
I
plan for
don't like that
32.
one.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next match of the night. This comical match, we get the sensational Neville versus Fandango, who I haven't seen on Raw in a while. Overall, this was a quick match. They gave Fandango some early offense. It went away quickly. Neville got all his flip spots in and hitting the red arrow for the victory in about 3 minutes. And then out comes the guy formerly known as Cody Rhodes Stardust, waiting on Titantron afterwards with his cryptic promo adding more fuel to the feud. He fits in another Dusty line this week when he mentions dining with kings and queen. Guys, start with you, Dave. Your thoughts on the match and what you think about his little Dusty line, Stardust?
To start with the match, when it came back from commercial and Fandango was already in the ring, I'm like, well, here's another jobbing. And then of course Neville hits him like sweet red arrow. Not much to say about it. Like you said, he hit all of his real nice spots. It was quick match. Then of course the whole comic book character thing they got going on between the two of them right now, I'm absolutely loving. And when Stardust mentioned the dining with kings and queens, I literally got myself some goosebumps hearing those words come out of his mouth. It just gave me goosebumps. and sent me right back into the whole speech all over again. And I loved it. I can't wait to see what they keep doing with this. He keeps bringing up the Green Arrow, and Stephen Amell has been posting Facebook wise, which you can check out on our Facebook page at Wrestling Goons Radio. I've been keeping up with the posts on that, and he has some very kind words for the WWE and Stardust. But I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this little comic era thing they're setting up right now.
Anthony, your thoughts on the match and seeing Fandango face Neville's and us? Well, I know you love the Stardust, referring to Dusty's famous line.
Absolutely. The match itself, rest in peace, Fandango. Fandango had to work harder than Neville. Like, I almost feel bad for people that have to job to Neville, because after you take one bump, you literally got to roll yourself outside of the ring and be ready to catch him when he flips and when he lands on his feet. Like, you're running around for the next spot more than he is doing the move. So, shout out to Fandango for making him look really good. All the moves were crisp. I actually got more hype last week with the Stardust promo when he said, "My hand is touching your hand." That's the one that gave me chills. But this one was cool too when he said the kings and queens. I don't want it to be where he's forcing the Destiny line every week in the promo. Like, I want it to fit. And this one almost didn't fit to me. Like, I felt like he just had to get it in there. But as far as the feud, I'm wondering about if the Green Arrow is going to wrestle or if he's going to represent Neville in this feud.
Yeah, that's the question I was going to ask next. Like, what does the Green Arrow have to do with this feud? Because um, it looks like it's going to be Neville's and Stardust at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And if you have the Green Arrow, it's like you're going to make it 2-on-1 or just have Green Arrow in the corner.
Yeah, I would do that.
Because right now he's filming for the new season of Green Arrow, so I don't know if he wants to take that chance of being hurt or anything.
Yeah. I would do that. I just haven't been the distraction. That way Cody can get distracted. And you can even go so far as him say, like, shout out Cody. And we all know that Stardust can't stand the name Cody. So, little things like that can cost him the win.
All right, so Fandango, it's great to see him back.
No, it isn't.
But yeah, in a way. But it's so funny that, like, what was it, 2-3 years ago we seen him at WrestleMania facing off against Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it was the night after. It's whenever they was daggone Jersey people started Fandangoing.
Yeah, and then he's been reduced down to just jobber roles.
Remember right when that happened? The very next night on SmackDown, they made him the opening segment and they gave him the light up Fandango thing. It's like, slow down. Like, let it build slowly. Good Lord.
Yeah, they pushed some things too quick and totally end up ruining it.
Yeah, because it lasted like 2 weeks, and then the little Elvis thing was gone, and I was like, well, we're back to being Fandango the Jobber. That didn't take long.
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Fandango like that, but it was a little bit over at the time, and everyone was doing Fandangoing and all that other stuff. But
I don't understand what's not likable about the gimmick. Like, it's totally different, which is not. He's not a person. He's literally this character. I think WWE needs more of that. Like, I know a lot of people are like, well, characters are best if they're only real life personas. I don't think so. I think we need to get back to having more acting ability in wrestling.
so you don't think this character is a sort of a Vince McMahon out of touch character?
I think it had potential to be. I think that's the original idea. Vince was like, oh my God, Dancing with the Stars. You know that's where they got it from. They were watching Dancing with the Stars, and Jericho was on it, and they were like, we got to take advantage of this with a ballroom dancer. And lo and behold, that's who Jericho fought for that very reason. So yeah, I think it was a McMahon idea, but like I said, I don't think it's a terrible gimmick. And it's obviously not terrible because the crowd bought into it, and then you can't buy into something when you don't use it right. You know what I mean? Like, the crowd likes Fandango, but you can't like a jobber. You just can't.
Yeah, well, when you always see a guy like once a month, it's hard to get behind him and like him for anything.
Especially when you know he's going to lose in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes it real tough.
And what does it say about Jericho? Because Jericho took a loss to this man at WrestleMania. Like this, you're crapping on Jericho by burying this guy.
Wouldn't we be crapping on Bray Wyatt? Well, Jericho too, because he took a loss of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Jericho shouldn't be taking losses. When Jericho takes losses to somebody, it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? So I was okay when Bray beat him because I was like, well, this is great. This is going to elevate Bray. Fandango, though, that was the only important win Fandango has ever gotten. He hasn't gotten another important win ever.
And I thought they were really going to give him a nice push after that, because you just beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, you're going to get pushed to the highest of the heavens.
And it was a great match.
Next thing you know, it was an awesome match. It was a really awesome match. And then, like you said, after Monday night, I want to say I remember him being injured shortly after that, which kind of put a big halt on the momentum he was getting at the time. And that he just really hasn't recovered from it since then.
Well, we gave Fandango more time than he actually got on the show.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it. Kevin Dunn ain't going to do it for him.
Amen.
Are we going to still be fandangoing?
I will. I'm not going to stop. I love Fandango.
I never will.
All right, one more question before we move on to this Divas match. Does he still get the valet or what? What happened to the valets?
Nah, they don't even know who they are. Like, one week is Rosa, one week is Summer. We don't even know. Layla's gone now, so it ain't Layla. Yeah, by the way, thanks, Layla, for all the memories. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I was going to blurt out rest in peace, Layla, but
yeah, we're done.
Yeah. Layla's.
Yeah. Thanks for the years of entertainment.
Now she can go hang out with Michelle McCool and be laying cool by the beach or something.
Right. All right. Next up, we get a one-on-one Divas match. We get Paige, leader of this revolution, versus Sasha Banks.
You guys, in this match, by the way, I just thought I would let our audience know. Don't be alarmed. There's actual technical wrestling between women in this match.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've
lots of it.
These two pretty much set the mark for the Divas matches in this one-on-one match on the main roster. This match went on for about 10 full minutes, including the commercial break, which is usual. I'm sick of the whole commercial break. Great back and forth action with the technical wrestling and the reversal galores. Sasha Banks gets the win with a bank statement, which is a phenomenal submission hold, which makes Paige taps out. Does anyone have a problem with Sasha not having the NXT Women title on TV?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't get it. This is the perfect way for Nikki Bella to say, I'm the champ, and Sasha to say, oh, really? Well, look at this right here. I don't know what WWE's doing.
Yeah, I mean, the whole time Owens was coming out against Cena, he pretty much had his belt with him until he lost it. And it's kind of like double standard, but at the same time, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, Sasha brags about it in every promo. Like, she does it. She always mentions, I am the NXT Women's Champion. Okay, where's your belt?
Maybe. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm sorry. I do want to say, didn't she have it in the backstage interview at one point on Monday night? If I do recall, I thought I saw it once.
It might have been once, but she hasn't brought it to the ring at all.
No, not yet. Not that I can recall either. But yeah, they need to have her do that just the same.
Do you think that she's trying to prove that she might be bigger than the brand or the belt itself?
No, I actually think this is the Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon thing, where they're like, well, we can't have that title on our show because the women aren't that important yet. You know, Kevin Dunn's probably thinking that crap. So, yeah, I really think this is the WWE move. Like, they just don't want it on TV for some reason. But, yeah, God forbid you draw attention to your WWE network to watch NXT, for crying out loud.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah. I think the NXT women's division is like one of the most talented division in WWE.
They took a big hit.
Yeah, oh yeah,
It's going to take a lot worse. That's another reason I think we might not be seeing it as much right now, is because they're getting ready to transition it to someone new down in NXT away from Sasha, because she's going to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Lady's ready to be main roster.
Well, I thought it was going to be Bailey and the Senate and Takeover, but she called out Charlotte, so it's not going to be there.
Yeah, that's only a 1 week match though. I think that's next week.
No, they're doing it. They're doing it at Takeover.
Oh, they're doing it at Takeover.
Yeah.
But I like the fact how a lot of the new divas now are getting put over since their arrival.
Yeah.
It's great. It's what's right, because if you just bring them up and they just lose matches left and right, then it just serves the whole revolution and them being brought up no justice or anything.
I think it helps a lot that a lot of people are like, well, how can Paige tap out to that? Paige is the one that helped these girls get where they are, really. Like, Paige was the first diva in NXT that they worked on her. I watched Sasha Banks work her first match against Paige, and that Sasha Banks compared to this Sasha Banks, my God. Just go back and try to find it on YouTube or WWE Network. Sasha is light years. Like, I haven't seen that much improvement in one person ever.
She's growing leaps and bounds inside that ring, on her promo skills. She's become a B plus player to an A plus player. And she wasn't even a B plus. Let's be honest. When she started, she was more of a C player.
There isn't a woman alive that can touch her on promos right now. Like, in the wrestling business, she's amazing. She that confidence she exudes. Like, it oozes out of her, and then she makes you believe it by backing it up in the ring.
And she really does. There might not be a hotter, not look-wise.
Oh no.
She's not. I'm not saying she's not. Don't get me wrong.
That's my baby right there.
Talent-wise, promo-wise, whole package put together. I don't think there's any woman wrestler in any company right now that has more of that it factor than Sasha Banks right now.
All right, we're gonna have to hit the spin around on the second half of the show, guys.
Yeah. One more question before we move on. You got Sasha, you got Charlotte, you got Becky Lynch. Between those three, who's probably going to be the next Divas champion on the main roster?
Probably Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha. As much as I hate to say, I love Becky Lynch probably more than I like any other diva right now. But it's going to be Sasha with the talent she has.
Becky's got to really get comfortable with a live audience and a live camera, because I don't think she is yet.
Yeah.
She's been a little nervous, and it's been showing, but it comes with time.
Yep.
I agree.
It comes with time, and if there's someone that can do it, look at how much Becky's grown since she's come from when she first started NXT to where she is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we get a quick promo from Seth Rollins, who says he can beat and will beat John Cena tonight. Following that, we get a very, very weird Rusev promo, to the point where he's calling pretty much Lana a cold, dead fish.
God, that's so annoying.
Yeah. The crowd doesn't get it. Some of us didn't get it. I do like how he said women should obey.
No, you don't like that. That does not represent Wrestling Goons Radio, folks.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for his character. I'm not
Get
saying.
in the kitchen to make me a sandwich, Dan says.
No, okay, let me retry this again. For his character, I've been rooting for Rusev for a long time. I said he should go for that chauvinistic sort of character for a while.
Yeah.
And saying that he's been hurt and everything, it's kind of hard to get that heat again. But I don't think he really lost it, and he's putting more fuel to the fire, to the point where it's really weird that he's really trying to force himself on Summer Rae to act like she's better than Lana, really.
He's trying to make her Lana 2.0.
Yeah, and it's just horrible. Summer Rae just doesn't have it.
No, this whole end sucks, actually. It's just boring.
Did
I
anybody take offense to the fish reference?
yeah, I just don't get it. Like, if Lana kisses like a dead fish, I will make out with a dead fish all day long. I do not
Yep.
care.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just stupid. And the crowd, it'd be different, like, if the crowd, like, booed hysterically when he pulled out the fish. They were sitting on their hand. They were like, why has he got a fish in the ring? Like, what is that? And then Summer Rae had to kiss that fish.
I thought it was very offensive for to make a reference to a fish and a woman. That's just me. I'm not gonna touch into that or elaborate, but yeah, that was pretty offensive.
Well, I mean, I think he's more talking about the way her lips pucker up, Dan. I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Uh,
I think it's a lot deeper, but I could be
whoa.
wrong. I
Oh.
no, this is hey, I'm not
Oh.
saying that. I'm just saying what they're trying to subliminally put in.
Maybe. You might. See, I haven't thought about it that deep. You made me onto something.
I'm just saying.
Um,
Saying.
but I like the fact that Rusev is able to generate heat without using the American gimmick. So the obey thing, boy, that really got people tensed up. I did me too. I was like, oh my god, are they really going there with it? But then they saved it by Lana coming out and cutting her promo saying women need to stand up for themselves. So that's the angle they're going with it, where Lana's gonna say women don't be held down by men. It's gonna make Rusev look like the ultimate bad guy to all the women in the world. So
I,
I like it. I'm down with it. Now, and again, folks, we don't like the fact that he said it. We like the reaction it's gonna get.
exactly. There you go. The reaction. Dave, are you okay with the reaction?
You know, it's a fine line that they're walking on the whole situation right now, and I know the way I'm looking at it is they got to have some kind of filler till Dolph is back from filming his new movie to set up the match with Rusev. But oh my God, move on.
Yeah.
There's so many better things that could be done where you're wasting three pretty good talents. Like the three of them right now, the Lana, it's Lana. My God, there's so many things you could do with that.
Well,
She's
here,
super over. She doesn't really need Dolph Ziggler. She's already over.
well, here's my
Yeah,
problem. Here's my problem. If they're having this match at SummerSlam, where the hell's Dolph Ziggler? Like, it's time to get back in this feud and sell it before the match starts.
Well, he got 3 weeks.
from what I got from the information I have on it, he is out filming
Yes,
12 rounds 3 right now,
throw down
and
four.
I thought it said 3
Maybe it's
from
three.
what I,
Yeah, okay.
Well, who was in the third one?
Yeah, the Marine 3 is the Miz. So
yeah, remember that don't count. No one likes him. But
I like
anyway,
him.
no one does.
12 round
You
two.
may think you do, but you don't.
Dan, Dan, if you were asking about 12 round 2, you may not remember. Randy Orton was the star.
That is, yup.
Was the
I
star
have
of
to check
12.
it out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check it out later on tonight.
Oh my God.
But supposedly, we're playing off the throat injury, which is why he's not on right now. But apparently, we're getting him the Monday night before SummerSlam.
I'm just gonna say this: if Dolph
To pick it
Ziggler,
back up.
I'm gonna say this: if Dolph Ziggler comes back with a shrink in his neck, I'm gonna be his biggest fan because we'll be like brothers. So.
So has anyone noticed that Lana's losing her Russian accent more and more every week?
Yeah, I think they planned on that anyway when they moved Rusev back to Bulgaria. So,
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
she's struggling now to like hold that accent in.
I wish they'd go back to calling Rusev the Bulgarian Brute, though. Like, if they're gonna have him wave the flag, they can at least give him the nickname back.
Yeah. I mean, I think that she's been first off, she's done an amazing job holding that accent for what 2+ years now, almost.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been killing that, so it'll be nice to see another Florida State Seminole come back to the fold and
Go Knowles.
talk all norm. Go Knowles, that is correct. But it's slowly diminishing, and next thing you know, she'll be gone for a little while and come back, and it'll be totally gone.
I don't think that we're gonna see Lana as a worker. I kinda hope not, because my only question before we move on from this is, why does she keep kicking her shoes off before she starts the fight? What is that about?
That's tough. You ever fight in high heels?
I mean, I guess, but maybe she should.
I've heard it's very difficult.
Maybe she shouldn't wear high heels to a fight.
Yeah, that kind of breaks her out of her gimmick that she has right now, though.
Well, maybe she needs to think a little better. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, well, you said you're not too interested in seeing her as a performer.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's leaps and bounds better than Eva Marie.
Wait a minute.
Oh, hold on. I would love to see Lana get in the ring, like for real.
I think she's gonna wrestle Summer Rae at some point. That's gonna happen.
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Do you think she might put her hat or name into the whole Revolution thing?
I hope not. I don't want her to be a regular.
She's not there yet.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like a novelty match. Maybe we'll see a bra and panties match again.
I'm down with that.
Oh, God.
Yes.
That's like 10 years ago.
Whatever. I'll go back 10 years.
Yep. Are you kidding me? That was almost one of the best ages of wrestling was 10 years ago.
Come on.
It was a nice gimmicky match, but I mean, we're so past that now.
Are we? I'm not past that.
We should be past that.
No, we're not past it. We're just put at PG-13, so we have to be past it.
I would change that ring and my morals for Lana. I'm sorry, I would.
Hell yeah.
At least make it a lingerie match or something, a pillow fight.
As long as I'm seeing something, I'm okay. I don't care what they gotta call it, Dan.
No, this is under Lana. She doesn't need to be in those type of matches. We need to see her as a serious performer.
Yeah, that's what we said about Stacy Keibler too.
You just said the words under Lana, and I have so many comebacks, so we're gonna move on.
This is PG.
Yep.
Sometimes we stray to the PG-13 side, but let's keep it in PG.
Hey man, we gotta get edgy. The word WWE in this thing.
All right, next up we got the Lucha Dragons versus the Los Matadors, the team that beat the tag team champions Primetime Players. And speaking of Primetime Players, we have them on commentary. And let me just tell you guys this, Titus O'Neil is great on the mic. He's a fool.
Yeah.
Overall, this was a decent tag team match for the two teams. They don't get much shine, really. Not quite sure why, saying that Lucha Dragons supposed to be over. Lots of back and forth matches. And then the hilarious, yes, you hear it right here, the hilarious New Day shows up with Kofi Kingston holding aside, and says, Kofi is Dad of the Year.
He's Dad of the Year, not Titus.
Yeah, which is a shot at Titus O'Neil because he's been accepting these awards for Dad of the Year. Lucha Dragon gets the win over Los Matadors, excuse me, who pinned, like we said before, Primetime Players last week. Does this look like it's looking to be a fatal four-way match at SummerSlam?
I'm hoping, because I don't want to be a triple threat because I want New Day involved, because I think we all know New Day needs these belts back. I just need whatever I can do to get New Day on my screen, whether they need titles or whether they need to be in sport titles. It's fine, but just keep giving me New Day so I can watch Kofi skip and hear Big E talk like a preacher and hear Xavier Woods just scream at people from the outside of the ring. I would watch that over every other segment of the whole show every single week.
Dave?
I'm sorry, I'm throwing up in my mouth after what Anthony just said.
Wow.
No, I'm ready to see actual good tag team wrestling here at some point. It's been the same couple things over. It was actually nice to see Lucha and Los Matadores go at it this week. But, the whole PTP and New Day thing, I've been saying it for, 4 months now? Yeah, I'm done. I have nothing else to say on it. Although I will agree with you, Titus was friggin' hilarious when he's done in the ring, which will probably be pretty soon, knowing him. He will be a good commentator.
Okay, so here's a shock right here. New Day is funny. They're funny. They're a funny team, and I think they suck. However, I'm starting to like them just a tad bit.
Whoa! Yes!
Hold on. Slow your roll.
New Day rocks.
Primetime Player is better than New Day, though.
New Day rocks.
No,
New
they still
Day
suck.
No,
rocks.
Day sucks.
They,
Ah.
they really suck, but
They're all
funny.
worse than the Ascension.
That's a reach right there.
I just want to hear Xavier scream tricep meat one more time. So
I'll give him that. That's always funny.
Feel the power. I do like.
He is a better talker than he is a in-ring worker. That's for sure.
and
I
when
do.
you're on YouTube looking at his up down down channel, which is hilarious, you can check out us at Wrestling Goons Radio as well. Cheap plug.
Yeah. I do like Big E's sort of preachy sort of promos though. They still kind of suck though, but I like it in a way. And it seems like the who is he? Xavier Woods is the odd man out sometimes.
I feel like you're at this point kind of like you were with Mo Dallas for a while when he was starting it over, where you know deep down inside you're loving it, but your pride won't let you admit that you like this gimmick. I think that's where you're at with the New Day right now.
I never did like Bo Dallas.
Well, you were coming around. You were
No,
coming.
I don't think I ever came.
You,
I
you
don't
were
even
coming.
think. I don't even think I even took a step.
I did when they started hinting he was going to hook up with the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
I could have came around to that.
Man, that would have been great. And speaking of the Wyatt family,
We're here. We are here.
yes, Bray Wyatt is here with Luke Harper. He cuts a long, cryptic promo like he used to about all his propaganda BS, rather than just talk to his opponents or talk about his opponent, rather. He says the world wants heroes. To be told everything is fine. He says that he once had an ugly, loyal pet. He loved him, but he had to set him free. When he became curious of the world, he came back, scarred, and Bray can fix him. Harper says Bray accepted him when the world doesn't, and he devotes himself to Bray. Bray tells Dean to stay out of business that doesn't involve him, or he will get hurt too, along with Roman Reigns getting what's coming to him. He ends the promo with "We're here." Anyone like this promo, or am I the only one that just didn't care for it?
Well, of course you hated it because it was his propaganda promo, but this is what Bray Wyatt needs to be. He doesn't need to talk about all the weaknesses of his opponent and how he's breaking them down mentally. They should be conforming to Bray Wyatt's way of thinking, not Bray Wyatt trying to get inside their head. So I liked it. I hope they stick this direction as far as Bray spreading his message, whatever that message may be. Um, Luke Harper, I'm confused because some weeks they make it seem like he's a really intelligent guy, and then some weeks they make it seem like he's brain dead. So I'm not really sure. I'm wondering. Eric Rowan's out for 6 to 8 months, so he's obviously not going to be a member of the Wyatts. Are they going to add to this group here?
Leo Kruger.
Oh boy.
Leo Kruger.
Bo Dallas.
So, Dan, I need to get your opinions for the last week on WWE at WWE Adam Rose. Adam Rose has been tweeting nonstop all of his references to Leo Kruger and his time as Leo Kruger. And even on last Monday night, 10 minutes before this promo, he sent out a tweet of Leo Kruger that said "ta-ta" hashtag Monday Night Raw. Now, obviously, he did not make his appearance there. Are you still hoping that this is all a bad dream and that Adam Rose will stay Adam Rose?
I'm hoping so because I unfollowed Adam Rose. Just for that.
You unfollowed him?
Yeah.
Wow.
No. No. Have you seen Leo? Have you seen the Leo persona? Don't get me wrong. You know I am a Rosebud. But the Leo, oh my, God.
If he's going to be a Wyatt, it has to be Leo. Like, he can't be Adam Rose as a Wyatt.
No, he can't. You can't be the Exotic Express if you're part of the Wyatt family.
And the easy transition is going to be Bray Wyatt brainwashed him. That's what they could say. Bray Wyatt got him around and said, "You're going nowhere in life and follow me." And that could mean the birth of Leo Kruger.
How about we just kidnap? Okay, this works. Kidnap him, then take it to the compound, brainwash him like you said, and then bam, we get Leo Kruger.
Yep. I think that's what they're gonna do. I don't know, but we need more promos from the compound anyway. I keep screaming that, hoping that somebody from WWE hears me one day. But yeah, I would do it. That's exactly how I would do it. I'm with you though, Dan. Like I don't want them to just walk Leo Kruger out and just say, "Here I am, folks." Like, tell me why. Tell me why you changed.
Yeah.
You know what we're gonna get with that is we're not gonna get what you want to see. What we're gonna get is a tag team match between Harper and Bray against Wrongman and Ambrose, with Leo Kruger coming out and deciding the factor of the match at SummerSlam, which is when we get our introduction to him buying into the Wyatt family. And then we get the back promos of when they're brainwashing or whatever they're doing with them. At least that's how I'd like to see it.
Here's the thing. Why Adam Rose and not probably Bo Dallas?
Bo, they got plans for that. They touched on it earlier, and they're trying not to do it right now.
Bo,
They got other directions they want Bo to go for right now.
once you put Bo Dallas in the Wyatt, he can't do anything else. That's his gimmick. So
Yeah,
that's got to be a last resort.
So okay, so you put Leo Kruger, and you guys are so over with this Adam Rose.
It's way better than the Adam Rose character ever
So-
thought about, man.
yeah.
How about we make what if Leo Kruger becomes super over, like to the point where he's better than Bray Wyatt?
I think the
I
crowd's
don't think
gonna
to get there.
the crowd's gonna take to him, but I see that's the thing, and this will be another podcast for another time because we're already running short on time. But I don't understand why so many like I saw it in the group the other day. People honestly believe in their hearts that Luke Harper has had a better career than Bray Wyatt, and that hurts my brain to even fathom that. I don't. Bray
I need
Wyatt.
some of whatever those people are smoking.
Bray Wyatt has had like the 1 year and a half that Bray Wyatt has had. I don't think anybody on the roster can match it as far as like the quality of feuds he's been in. Like he's fought every top name you can think of.
What feud has he been in the singles?
Which one? Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, The Undertaker, John Cena,
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. That's 5 top main eventers right there, right on the top of your head.
Oh,
And
well,
each one of
those were with the Wyatt family. I'm talking about when he just released everyone.
Okay, Dean Ambrose. He fought Dean Ambrose for 2 months.
John Cena. No, he had Cena then.
Yeah, he had
Or
Cena.
family then.
He
So
had
he
Daniel.
really never. He never.
Okay, but why does it? But Bray Wyatt doesn't need to do things by himself. He's a cult leader.
So why break him up in the first place?
That's the $1 million question that none of us.
We
has
have
the
been
answer
asking
to.
that for 9 months.
We don't know.
I mean, sometimes in factions or whatever, you have to at least let everyone do their own thing.
I'll be honest. I
Ray
think
said it the other night, actually. I had to set them free to do their own thing. They came back to me.
I think they saw something in Luke Harper. Like in the very beginning, they thought this guy has it. They put the Intercontinental title on him right when he slid away. And that was a bad Intercontinental title run. And I love Luke Harper, but it was awful. So
I mean, a lot of people.
That ladder match was pretty badass with Ambrose.
It was good, but the stories that they told with Luke Harper weren't stories. It was just spot tests.
I mean, a lot of the reigns with the Intercontinental title lately, before Daniel Bryan won it and Ryback, were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Reigns weren't the greatest. So I give him the benefit of the doubt with that. But I truly do think that Luke Harper is a better talent than Bray.
No, I don't. There's no way.
No way.
No way. He's a better worker in the ring, but that's all he can do is work in the ring.
Even that's really debatable between the two of them.
No, I mean, Brody Lee on the indie scenes. Brody Lee was on the
Yeah.
indie scenes for like 11 years, and that trucker gimmick. We're in the same clothes he wears now, by the way. But he's the real deal. And I think he could be a main eventer, but the thing about the indie scene and the WWE is character development, and it's getting yourself over. And while Harper has it between the ropes, he doesn't have it everywhere else.
Yeah. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how this Wyatt family progresses in this feud.
We're back
Um,
though. We're here. That's all that matters is we're here.
if there's no Sting at SummerSlam, then there's no point of even adding a member right now.
I think that might be why they held off.
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait and see.
I think he comes out to help him pick up the win against the Shield boys,
All right, we'll see.
which leads into bringing Sting in for the following pay-per-view and the upcoming ones.
We want to thank our listeners for making it through the first hour with us. We're on the last half hour of the show here, so we're gonna wrap it on up.
Next up, we get Alicia Fox and Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte. This was a quick tag team match, but good to see the Divas get 2 matches in one night. Becky gets the win with her armbar submission. The crowd is not invested in her just yet. Not sure why not. She needs promo work. Um, Also, we want to mention that Alicia Fox also suffered a nasty mild concussion. She may have to be replaced going on from here. Not sure who could possibly replace her. Anthony, who do you think should replace Alicia Fox if she can't compete? And your thoughts on this match?
Well, I had already heard that the Bellas were recruiting for Team Bella even before this injury, because I think they were gonna realize that they needed some strength in numbers. As far as who, God, Natty, maybe. Other than that, I don't know who. I mean, how many divas are left?
I don't think Natty's
Rosa?
going to be back for a while.
Yeah, Rosa's not
Rosa?
doing anything with Adam Rose anymore if they break that up, so I guess
Well,
she's available.
well,
Emma.
Emma's down at NXT though.
Yeah, but she could do split time like the rest of them. Or maybe we get a new face. Maybe we get Alexa.
Well, we'll see.
I doubt it.
Alexa's pretty diva-ish right now.
I like her, but like I said, I think they gotta keep some of them in NXT.
No. Here's who it's going to be, and I absolutely hate the words that are about to come out of my mouth. Eva Marie.
No,
Anyway,
no.
She's already on Total Divas with them anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that. We're
But
gonna.
That's what it's going to be.
I have a theory. So here's my theory. I think this whole revolution is a distraction for us to focus in on that Nikki Bella is very, very close of breaking AJ's lead record because it doesn't look like she's going to be defending that title anytime soon. Am I right about this theory or what?
Yeah, Cole says it every week.
You're absolutely right about it. She said it herself. Nikki Bella has said she's gonna be the longest reigning Divas champ.
Yep.
And
There's no doubt of that. They are totally erasing the two of them from.
My only hope is that whatever day it is, 280 or whatever day AJ Lee is, the day before, we hear that light it up music hit. That's just what I want to hear, and then have her take that belt off of her one day before.
I would love that. They need to hurry up with this court case.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's holding her back, man. I watched the interview with Phil yesterday, and he said that his pending stuff with WWE has nothing to do with her departure.
I don't know, but
Why?
I think possibly once this whole court case blows over, maybe we could see her back before CM Punk, but who knows? And then we might end up they might end up having John Cena win the title, and he might go on his little long run to the point where we see him be champion for over 400 years, not 400 years, but 400 days.
No.
She just changed her Twitter name to AJ Brooks, so I'm pretty sure she's liking being at home.
Yeah.
Got him. All right.
And she was getting a lot of backs. I read something up on it yesterday and touched on the interview Anthony was talking about. And she was getting a lot of backstage flack from certain people, which is what she just didn't want to put up with.
Yeah, understandable. All right, we got to move on to the next match. We got Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Also, we have Sheamus out there on commentary. So it's pretty much a dead giveaway that we won't have a clean finish. But we enjoyed the match anyway. Owens and Orton did a nice job at the beginning, getting those nose to nose, letting the crowd choose sides. Orton took advantage early, beating him outside. Owens got some advantage before the commercial and worked him over back in the ring for a while. Then, when they make their way back outside, Orton gets hit with a bros kick from Sheamus to end the match in DQ. Were we not entertained by this?
Uh,
Because I see it every other week.
you know what? I knew, like you said, I knew it was coming whenever I saw Sheamus on the announce thing. So I knew I wasn't going to have it finished. So I told myself that before the match started. And I was like, I'm just going to enjoy what I watch. So based off that, I enjoyed the tension. Like they are making Owens feel like a main eventer. Like they let him get in Randy Orton's face, and they had verbal words back and forth, and they really made Owens look strong. Like they made him look like a heel early with Orton beating him up. But once he threw him outside and threw Orton up against that post, he got the advantage. And for the 10 minutes that they, or for the 7 or 8 minutes that they went at it, it was a good match. I'm kind of glad that it didn't have it finished because I think that this has potential to be a good feud in a couple of months.
I also forgot to mention that during the beatdown, Cesaro comes out
Yeah,
with a super babyface save.
he does, but he also caught that power bomb on the apron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Dave, your thoughts on the match?
Same as you guys, extremely predictable what's going to happen. But they actually had some pretty good chemistry going with each other in the ring. And it could be something that's, it could be kind of like a torch passing thing here coming up.
I think it's no accident that they have all four of them together. Because whenever Sheamus and Orton are done, then Sheamus can move on to Cesaro, and Orton can move on to Owens. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably trying to set themselves up for down the road to make it easier for the half a brain that all of the writers share.
Yeah.
So you guys just love the fact how Kevin Owens, his heel character is, including the stopping in the middle of the match and just yelling at the announcer.
Mm-hmm.
But how great is it that Sheamus and his heelish move is he turns to the crowd and asks them, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh, it's great. But Sheamus.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, you know what? Sheamus as a heel on the mic works for me. All of his mannerisms work. There's just something about a Sheamus match that puts me to sleep faster than NyQuil. Like, I don't know what it is about Sheamus's matches. They just really bore me to death. I don't know.
Yeah, they do get a little slow and boring. Bigger guys, slower moving. But, all in all, he's definitely entertaining.
As a bad guy, now Sheamus is a good guy. I'd rather watch paint dry.
I have instead of his matches.
Oh, wow.
It was better.
Well, Anthony, you mentioned about the whole Sheamus being a main eventer. He's pretty much is, especially if he has the briefcase. I feel like if he does cash in, well, he's going to cash in. I feel like he's going to win.
Yeah, I think that's my worry is that I know at some point I'm going to have Sheamus as the champ, and that's what keeps me awake at night.
And I think if John Cena does beat Seth Rollins for the title and he, carries the title, whatnot, Sheamus is going to be the one. Well, John Cena is going to be the one he cashes in on.
Let me tell you why I don't like that, and I think I went over this before. If John Cena wins his 16th World Heavyweight title to tie Ric Flair, the greatest wrestler of all time, and he has that belt for 4 seconds, I'm going to be pissed. Okay? I'm going to be pissed. You know why? Because that means he'll win it back in the rematch and get number 17.
Wow. I'm not going to be pissed because I'm going to expect it. But since we're talking about John Cena, John Cena cuts his "The Champ is Here" promo. By the way, we get Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella.
Actually, I have some update. We do not. They canceled the match. Yep.
Oh, wow.
They decided not to have it. I haven't read the exact reason yet, but I did read that the match did not happen.
Oh, okay. Well, that's breaking news right there.
Yep.
It was the first time in a while that they made Seth Rollins look strong. He was on the offense for most of the match. Cena got his stuff in, but Rollins was able to reverse all the major things. And guess what? He breaks Cena's nose with a stiff knee, and my gosh, Cena's nose is busted wide open.
Damn, could you be any more excited?
Yeah, I've been
It
waiting.
was the most amazing thing I've seen in a couple months with Cena.
I was worried. I thought they were going to stop the match. I was like, oh, please don't stop this match.
They should have. He didn't deserve to be there in the first place.
I was on the fence. Like, should they stop it? Should they not stop it? But if they do stop it, then we just gonna have to call him Super Cena. I know he didn't want the match to stop, even if he was in serious pain. I'm pretty sure he was in serious
I like
pain.
how Seth didn't give him the option. Seth grabbed the referee and pushed him out of the way and said, get up, Cena, let's go. Next spot.
So pretty much was that part of the thing to push him out the way? Or...
I'm wondering if Seth said, screw it, we're not going to just sit here and kill time. I think Seth really said, you're going to man up right now.
Wow.
Well,
So
the one thing I noticed is, did you see how pissed off John Cena got when he got back up?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he wiped his nose and he's like, I'm going to beat this bitch right now.
They had words in the back. You know they did.
yeah,
And I hope Seth punched him in the face there, too.
Well, I mean, come on. I watched them. They showed the replay in slow motion. Like, Seth has got to be a little more careful than that.
here's the thing.
Cena's got to get his hand up to block that.
Maybe.
Here's the thing. It was a freak accident. It was a fluke. Okay, let's not get on Seth Rollins.
Oh,
okay?
my God.
It's not like he broke his neck.
Wow.
But anyways, you could tell John Cena was pissed off because he held on to that STF a little bit longer than he.
Oh, he was adding pressure into that one. He was cranking back pretty good on it.
Stuff like that I love to see. Not necessarily serious injury, but some to the point where you're like seriously mad and you guys are like pretty much fighting for real.
Well, I'll tell you what I was actually impressed by. Whether he just won the crowd over by having that broke nose and fighting through it, when he made Rollins tap, that roof exploded. The crowd was behind John Cena.
There was no way that we was going to see Seth Rollins with a title match anyway.
But I didn't expect the crowd to, like, support Cena tapping him out. Like, as a matter of fact, I see why Cena had to win because it was a U.S. title match. I get all that. And if Rollins going to lose now, this is the time to do it. I still wouldn't have made my champion tap out on live TV. Like, I don't.
And he tapped out cleanly.
Yeah, like, there was nothing. And he tapped out quick. Like, right when he got locked in, he was like, no, I've had enough. I can't take this. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I would have rather him lost with an AA than that.
See, that's one thing I lean towards when Cena got pissed off is I wonder if it was supposed to be the AA that finished him and just Cena just put that little extra pressure on in the STF.
I don't think
so.
I'm
going to make you tap. I'm pissed off. You broke my nose. I can't get it down by my girl.
I don't.
So.
I don't think that. Wow. I don't think that. That's what happened, but I think that they're doing this gimmick where Cena's tapping people out. Like he tapped Owens out, he tapped out Rollins. I don't think he's gonna tap out Rollins at SummerSlam though. Like Rollins gonna tap it again.
I feel like if John Cena makes people tap out, that's gonna make them look super weak.
Well, how many times has John Cena done this before? He went through like a year stretch where everybody lost to the STF.
I can respect the fact he wins with the AA, but the STF.
He choked Umaga out with a rope. In the move.
He's done that to someone else too, I believe.
Yeah, it was happened a couple of
Big Show.
Last year. Yeah, Big Show.
So can you imagine the meeting backstage? It's like, okay, I agreed to lose to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, but he broke my nose and I'm not putting him over.
At SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that'd be typical Cena thing then, because it's Cena.
Can we really say that though? Because Cena's put over more talent this year than anyone else.
1 year doesn't make up for the 10 prior.
Hey, as long as he's making up for it now, better late than never.
So
No.
do you think this injury is serious enough to the point where we may not see Cena at SummerSlam?
Hell no. Cody Rhodes wrestled in a mask. He can wear Cody's mask.
That's what they'll end up doing. We might not see him wrestle on Monday night. but we will see him at least for the pay-per-view.
By the way, that was great, by the way, with Cody in it, because he was talking about his looks being disfigured. Cena might be able to go that route. He'd be like, look at my movie star looks. They're damaged. I would love that.
I don't know,
I
but
think myself.
we gotta give credit to the commentators.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to
Probably
Michael Cole. He's on it, man.
Yeah,
JBL still sold the hell out of that match.
Yeah, all the restrictors. And you know what? Byron's segment, too. I'm going to give him, whenever they're there, anybody that's there, they're doing their job. So I'm going to take it.
but
SmackDown as well.
when I hear Byron Saxon, I just tune him out.
You know what? That's unfair because a lot of people are judging him by that one night they threw him on Raw live by himself. That's so unfair to do to somebody like that. He's not that guy.
He's improved a lot.
Yeah, he's fine.
Can't wait till
Yeah,
Tough Enough
that's a
is
tough
over.
spot.
Tough Enough needs to end. We'll go ahead and touch on that real quick. They're not bringing this back. This is awful.
They're gonna bring it back on the network probably.
No, they're not. There's no way. This is awful. They're gonna pick the people that are left aren't wrestlers.
I mean,
the guy that they just got. Oh, that Mata, he was good.
He was the guy. Yeah.
This ZZ guy, he's a freaking joke.
He's not entertaining. He's funny, but funny isn't gonna work on live TV unless it's scripted that way. Not naturally slow.
so
And the one that the Miz saved, what?
yeah, I hated
Yeah.
Miz lost so much cool points for me for that.
He
Paige,
never had any to start with,
I
but
thought Paige was gonna put him in the PTO right there.
she
Wow,
should have.
Flipped.
Yeah, she did.
She flipped. I thought somebody should have been saved. So, but yeah, if somebody was supposed to be saved, it should have been Mata.
It should have been
Yeah.
Patrick last week.
I don't think Mata's like.
I would have
that
saved
great.
Patrick. I would have saved Patrick last week because he's 19 years old. How do you not save the kid that you can build and groom?
I didn't like Patrick at all.
You ain't got to. I mean, he's 19. You saw the athletic ability. It's all over him.
Hey, my favorite is Tanner.
Yeah, we all know he's still there.
Tanner's gonna be the one that ends up
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah, I got
Right.
10.
And I'd
Well,
like
they're
to
gonna
say,
give it to ZZ.
I'd like to say he's my cousin. So yeah, vote for my cousin Tanner. Not because we have the same last name or whatever, but yeah,
And they look nothing alike, by the way. So.
yeah,
Nothing at all, folks.
yeah. It should have been me up there and Tough Enough
Oh,
instead
Lord.
of him.
All right, well, we're gonna grade the show real quick. Dan, what was your thoughts on Monday Night Raw? Final thoughts.
Man, I give Raw a C plus. If it wasn't for that Cena and Rollins match, it would have just been a C. My final thoughts is don't put Adam Rose with the Wyatt, please. Please don't. He doesn't deserve that. Bring back the Party Express or whatever, or the Bunny.
You
That-
can't. Justin Gabriel's gone.
Like I said before, you can put anybody in that suit.
How dare you? We're never gonna have Justin Gabriel on this show now. Thanks to you. Thanks a lot.
He was the bunny.
But also shout out to John Cena for continuing that match. It just makes him. It just shows that how great of a performer he is and how great of a guy he is. I mean, hey, like I said before, I said if he beats Kevin Owens last time, I will be a Cena fan for the rest of the year, and I'm sticking to my promise. And you can't help but respect John Cena.
I can help it. I'm not going to. I mean, I'll give him credit where it's due, but don't expect it to last long, John. Because the minute you mess up, I'm right back on your case, son.
Okay, so what do you give Raw and your final thoughts?
I'm gonna go B minus. I think you're forgetting how good that Paige and Sasha match was. So that's gonna raise it up a little bit for me. That match, you had a great Divas match and you had a great main event. The rest of the card, yeah, it just was what it was. But I hope they get back to more running down the card and making the mid card matches feel like they're important. That way, I know where I'm gonna get matches and what segment, rather than wondering, oh my God, I wonder if I'm gonna get the Kevin Owens segment at 10 o'clock tonight rather than 9 o'clock. At least they're giving me an idea of where stuff is gonna fall. So I hope they keep that up. And yeah, SummerSlam 3 weeks away. We're getting there, boys.
4 hours long.
4 hours.
I am going to go ahead for this week and go a little bit above Anthony and just go to straight B. At first, I was thinking maybe a B minus, but the more we talked about the card and realized, the Divas matches were both very good matches. The Bray Wyatt promo was out of this world. Luke Harper, his part of the promo was awesome. That what's his face versus Seth Rollins was a very good match.
What's his face?
The rest of the card was just kind of, it was a good card. Could have been better, but it was good.
And it's good to I want to point out that this was a good show, saying that this is post Hulk Hogan or Chris Jericho 2.0, that whole tyrant. So yeah.
Shout out to Oklahoma City for not getting a Hogan chant going. Representing. Good job.
Yeah.
They should have left some signs at home though that were confiscated during the show.
Oh, I missed that. They didn't take the signs up.
Yes, there were some signs that were confiscated during the show.
I wish I had saw that live. I need to go back and watch.
All right, that'll pretty much wrap our show. We want to let you all know that you can like us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Wrestling Goons Radio. If you want to follow us on Twitter at Goons Radio. Tweet us sometimes. More than likely, we'll tweet you right back. You can also listen to us or subscribe to us at Stitcher or iTunes. Just search Wrestling Goons Radio and hit the subscribe button.
And if you have any questions that you want to email the show, send them to WrestlingGoonsRadio@gmail.com, and we will get them in the show next week.
Absolutely. Also, we want to thank Max Sports Channel once more, and Phil Nason for producing the show. For Dave, for Anthony, and myself, Dan, we'll see you when we'll see you.